Chapter 10, Moon Barrows. The soldier and Salome explore the town of Moon Barrows. They return to the central garden where they first fell from the well. Dead trees ring the area. The market district's crumbling stalls lie to the east, while Lord Ebonheart's mausoleum looms on the northern hillside. Exterior Moon Barrows, Central Garden. Moss, the small plant creature with a body made of leaves and twigs, sits near a muddy puddle. His large eyes light up as the soldier and Salome approach.
Hello, monster! Hello, little girl!
Pointing to the muddy puddle.
My garden is ugly. Do you have any flowers to make it pretty?
Salome spots a lone dandelion in the muck. She wades through the mud, her small boots sinking with each step, and pulls it free. The soldier watches protectively as she presents the flower to Moss with both hands extended.
You found one. Yellow is my favorite color.
Moss cradles the dandelion like precious gold, leaves rustling with excitement.
I have seeds. So many seeds. Would you like to trade?
He extends leafy hands overflowing with glowing seeds of different shapes and colors.
Special prices for Flower Friend.
Gameplay element, interactive shop, seeds. The soldier purchases magical seeds to enhance his equipment. Moss.
Thanks so much, good mister. Come back when you find more flowers. I'll bring more seed.
The soldier and Salome leave the central garden, following a winding path west. They pass crumbling remains of once elegant homes. At the district's edge stands a grand but dilapidated manor, its faded splendor contrasting with the corruption spreading throughout Moon Barrows. Interior Lord Ebonheart's manor. Dust motes dance in shafts of moonlight as the soldier and Salome enter. A dark-skinned elven butler with wispy white hair glides through the ruins, dusting fragments of broken furniture.
Ah, visitors, how splendid. Mosley Shadowthread, at your service.
He bows deeply. The soldier nods in acknowledgement.
Not much for conversation. No matter, Lord Ebonheart himself was often one for contemplative silence.
He gestures to an enormous portrait on the wall, showing a regal dark elf with piercing eyes and flowing silver hair.
20 centuries, my lord ruled Moon Barrows. Made it the crown jewel of the other world, he did. Diplomats, merchants, artists, all flocked to our halls.
Mosley absently wipes a cloth across a shattered statue.
The corruption came after his death, started in the mausoleum, spread like a disease through our fair town.
He adjusts a crooked painting frame, revealing more decay beneath.
I maintain what I can, as is my duty, though I suppose there's little point now.
Straightening a tablecloth on a rotting table.
Still, what else is a butler to do? Lord Ebonheart would expect nothing less than perfection.
Salome watches him with sad eyes as he continues his endless, futile tasks.
If you should encounter Lord Ebonheart in your travels, do convey this message. My lord, the manor remains in order as per your exacting standards. However, I regret to inform you that Midnight, your beloved familiar, has taken to wandering. Most peculiar behavior for a cat of such distinguished breeding. Nevertheless, your quarters remain prepared for your return, as always.
The soldier nods. Salome mimics his gesture. Exterior Moon Barrows, Market District. The soldier and Salome cross a small stone bridge spanning a murky canal. They enter the market district, passing abandoned stalls with tattered awnings. Black veins of corruption pulse along the cobblestones and climb the walls of once busy shops. A sharp whistle cuts through the silence. The soldier pivots, positioning himself between Salome and the sound. Hidden whistler.
Oye, Metalman, you looking for something especial, eh?
From a dim alleyway, a figure emerges. Skinner, a diminutive rat man in a purple zoot suit with gold pinstripes, steps forward with casual confidence. His prehensile tail flicks behind him as beady red eyes scan the empty square. Skinner.
I see you wandering, amigo. Did you need something to give you our Skinner has what you need.
He approaches with a smooth stride, gold-capped teeth flashing. His whiskers twitch as he reaches into his jacket, producing a small velvet pouch.
Check these beauties out. Say, I got all the rocks you'd ever want. Enhancers, uppers, fixers, real quality stuff.
He opens the pouch, revealing multicolored rocks that gleam with pulsing inner light. Skinner selects a jagged red stone that hums audibly.
This one expands your mind, makes it sharp like a dagger. Get you thinking with fire. You understand? Muy especial.
He glances over his shoulder, then leans closer.
Look, I need spores. The market, she's dead. And my familia, 8 mouths to feed. Comprende?
His tail coils around his wrist as he displays more stones.
There's quality in all the barrows. Today only. Tomorrow, who knows if Skinner will be here, eh?
Gameplay element, interactive shop, rocks. The soldier purchases rocks from Skinner to enhance equipment. Skinner's tail wraps around the payment, making it disappear into various hidden pockets.
You never saw Skinner. I never saw you. This is how we both stay breathing. Yes? Buena suerte, mental man.
The soldier and Salome move deeper into the market's maze of abandoned stalls. At the far eastern edge stands a lone building with light spilling from its windows, an unexpected sign of life amid the decay. They approach the building. A hand-painted sign with a WWW mushroom logo above the door reads, Wilbur's Wondrous Wares. Interior Wilbur's Wondrous Wares. As they enter, a bell chimes softly. The shop is cramped but cozy, filled with an eclectic assortment of goods. Jars of glowing fungi line the shelves, peculiar trinkets hang from the ceiling, and weapons from all eras sit in racks. Wilbur, the entrepreneurial rootkin, pops up from behind the counter, his eyes widening with delight.
Well, bless my roots. If it isn't my favorite metal man and his little companion, how nice to see you again. Welcome to my humble establishment. You are standing in the very first Wilbur's Wondrous Wares, franchising opportunities available. Can you believe the real estate prices here? Practically giving it away.
Gesturing around the shop.
Well, what do you think? Not bad for a first location, eh? Sure, the neighbors are a bit decomposed, but you can't beat the overhead.
Leaning in, conspiratorially.
Between you and me, I think this town's due for a comeback. Just needs a little entrepreneurial spirit.
He stands and rubs his hands together eagerly.
Now then, my metallic friend, what can I interest you in today?
Gameplay element, interactive shop. The soldier purchases equipment and supplies from Wilbur. With their provisions secured, the soldier nods to Wilbur and leads Salome out of the shop toward their next destination. They venture deeper into the market, passing a central fountain filled with stagnant black water. At the district's edge, they discover a narrow passage between 2 leaning buildings, carved with ancient elvish patterns now obscured by corruption. Exterior Moon Barrows, Market District alleyway. The soldier and Salome turn into the narrow alleyway. Walls tower above them, casting long shadows. Salome clutches Noners tightly, eyes wide with caution. The alley twists and turns, becoming a crude maze. Rubble blocks some corridors, forcing them to navigate carefully. The soldiers' heavy steps echo against the stone walls. As they push forward, the air grows heavier. The soldier spots glimpses of old elven architecture among the debris. They reach an opening leading into a dimly lit room. Interior labyrinth chamber. The chamber is littered with corpses, bones, and discarded weapons. In the center sits Asterios, an ancient battle-scarred minotaur with a towering frame. Despite his slumped posture against a pillar, his muscled body tenses as he notices their arrival. Asterios.
Another challenger or just lost?
The soldier steps forward, joints creaking softly. Salome peeks out from behind him, clutching Noners.
This place. There is no escape, just endless wandering.
Snorting and shaking his head.
I thought destroying a wall in my labyrinth would free me. Instead, it put me here in the barrows. trading one prison for another.
To Salome.
Little one, you remind me of the brave children who once entered my maze. So full of hope. I crushed them under my hooves, of course.
To the soldier.
You're not like the others here. You have purpose. I can see it.
He stands.
Purpose? I had that once. Guard the maze, they said. Now I've nothing left to guard. I wander, yet go nowhere. I search like everyone here for an exit that doesn't exist.
He runs a hand along a piece of furniture, its wood crumbling at his touch.
This town, it rots from within, like my labyrinth in its final days. Be wary, strangers. Some mazes have no solution.
Hoisting his axe.
Well then, have you come to challenge me? You'll die like all the others.
He pounds his chest with a resounding thud. Dust falls from the ceiling.
Prove your worth and fight me or be gone!
The soldier nods solemnly, readying himself for battle. Salome retreats to a safe corner. The soldier engages in an interactive battle. The chamber erupts in violence as the soldier and Asterios clash. Metal meets ancient steel in a deadly dance. The Minotaur's raw power matches against the soldier's mechanical precision. Dust and debris scatter from their impacts. Salome watches from behind a fallen pillar, Noners held tight against her chest. After a brutal exchange, the soldier finally brings the massive Minotaur to his knees. Asterios raises a hand, his voice strained but resolute.
Enough. You've bested me, stranger.
He looks up at the soldier with newfound respect. Kneeling, he offers his axe and exposes the back of his neck.
I ask of you, end my torment. Swing swiftly. Deliver me from this accursed place.
The soldier hesitates, then reaches for the axe. As he lifts it, Salome rushes forward, placing herself between them. Salome, shaking her head vigorously.
Non, il ne faut pas le tuer. No, you must not kill him.
The soldier doesn't understand her words, but her intent is clear. She reaches out to touch Asterios' arm. Asterios.
Child, why spare me?
Salome's compassion seems to awaken something in Asterios. He looks between her and the soldier, uncertainty in his features.
I don't know what to do now. This is new to me.
He rises slowly, towering over Salome, but no longer menacing.
I suppose, by right of conquest, I can offer you gifts to aid your travels.
Asterios gestures to a pile of weapons and armor nearby, remnants of past challengers. Gameplay element, interactive shop. The soldier purchases new weapons and equipment from Asterios. As they turn to leave, he calls out one last time.
When you tire of this rotting town, return. We'll have a rematch. And next time, warrior, next time will be different.
His eyes gleam with renewed purpose as they depart. The soldier and Salome emerge from the maze-like alleyways back into a wider square flanked by abandoned shops. The crumbling merchant stalls cast long shadows across the cobblestones. Exterior Moon Barrows, Market District. Salome points upward, tugging at the soldier's metal arm. On the rooftop of a once grand merchant hall perches Midnight, a black cat the size of a large dog. Her form ripples between solid and shadow in the perpetual twilight. Luminous green eyes gleam against her dark fur, and a white crescent moon patch on her chest catches what little light exists. Midnight.
This one sees all. This one sees you seeking crystals, strange ones.
She stretches languidly, her form momentarily blurring at the edges.
Catch this one if you can. Each shadow hides a prize.
With that, Midnight leaps impossibly far to another rooftop, her form partially dissolving into shadow. In 3 bounds, she vanishes, leaving only the fading glow of her eyes. A tiny crystal falls from the roof where she disappeared. The soldier catches it and carefully pockets it. The soldier and Salome follow a winding path that slopes upward toward the northern hill. The corruption intensifies. Black veins pulse faster and thicker across the ground. Withered trees flank the narrowing path, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The mausoleum, a grand structure of dark stone with ornate spires, looms larger with each step. Exterior Moon Barrows, path to Ebonheart's mausoleum. The soldiers' metallic feet crunch on the decaying path. As they approach an iron gate, Salome darts in front of him, blocking his way with arms outstretched. Salome.
Non, arrêtez-vous. No, stop.
The soldier tilts his head, confused. Salome points back down the hill.
Attendez les autres. C'est dangereux. Wait for the others. It's dangerous.
Counting on her fingers.
Monsieur Thorn, Monsieur Balthazar, Madame Rossi, Monsieur Grandel.
She mimics Thorn's stern posture, Balthazar's grumpy waddle, Rosie's nervous glances, and Grendel's sly movements. The soldier nods, understanding. The soldier and Salome return to the tavern in the central area of Moon Barrows. Their companions wait around a table. Bjarn sits with his blind eyes covered, Gullinbursti at his feet. Thorn, Balthazar, Rosie, and Grendel huddle in conversation. Bjarn.
Are you ready to brave the danger within Lord Ebonheart's tomb?
The soldier is presented with options. Option 1, ready for the tomb. Option 2, not yet. The soldier chooses option 1, ready for the tomb. Bjarn.
Ah, good. Goldie and I are ready to go home. Help me stand up, would you?
The soldier assists Bjarn, who moves with surprising certainty despite his blindness. Thorn.
At the ready, troop, we depart for Lord Ebonheart's manor at once.
The group stands. Thorn ushers them toward the door. Bjarn follows with Gullinbursti, then the soldier and Salome. Eklovdra, the Cambion proprietor, slithers across the bar. Eklovdra, calling out to Thorn.
One last thing, my armored, decaying lover.
Thorn pauses at the threshold, the lens of his clockwork eye locking briefly on hers.
When Putralax's essence claims you in that tomb, when the rot seeps into your very core, come back to me. We can explore the exquisite pleasures together. The corruption can be our foreplay.
Her words hang in the air like poison as Thorn hurries through the door.